Welcome back, guys, for part 2 of this homemaking video. If you didn't see my other one, head back to my channel and you'll see part 1 listed before this one. I'm a wife and a mom to 2 kids under 2, and I hope you guys enjoy seeing a little bit of what homemaking looks like for me these days. In part 1, I shared a little bit of processing some garlic that was starting to go bad. I needed to take care of it, and so I shared what I did there. I showed you one of my favorite pancakes to prep ahead of time. And now let's get on to today's video. Okay, so just for a little bit of context, at Christmas time we do Eisman bags with the kids, and basically it's instead of stockings, and you just put, he can't get up behind me, he's trying to fit on the chair. Okay, basically you put little treats, you put like breakfast food into a little bag, and on Christmas morning they get it next to their bed. It's a mama hack for not having to do breakfast. Are you stuck? Okay, so I had this, it was a grocery bag holder that my mom had given me. I was like, can I have that? And it's really old, but it has these really, really pretty prints on them. And so I was like, why don't we turn this into one for Sheila? So I was like, why don't we turn this into a little Weissman bag for Sheila? So I've got a bigger one. This I just need to finish the top, and then this one, I went ahead and closed the bottom. Now he can't get down. Okay. Okay, and so I'm gonna just put a string in through the top part here, and we'll have an extra one. I might even, I don't know. I wonder what this material is. Because I was like, you know, I could use this for like bread. Have you guys heard of using linen bags for storing bread? Somebody said they do that in Europe. Like fresh bread, sourdough bread, regular bread, whatever. Are you watching me? Yeah. Oh my word, did you see her? She's so cute. Sheila, are you so happy? Yeah. You're watching Mama? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Anyways. We'll see. I might just put this away with the Christmas stuff and decide later. At Christmas time next year. We'll see. So after that project was done, I took the curtains out of the room where my son sleeps. At one point, trying to save money, I had split the curtains in half, trying to use them, spread them out between more windows, but we ended up getting the curtains we needed, and my husband, he was like, I really wish you hadn't cut those curtains. So finally, I was like, okay, today I'm going to sew them back together. And I don't know what happened. Somehow the camera angles was off, or the camera angles were super weird. So anyways, I didn't get footage of sewing them together, but it was super simple, just sewed all the way straight down. And then once it was done, I put it back on the curtain rod. I really, really love these curtain hooks because you can use any material, any fabric, and you just clip it onto the very top. And they work great. You can swap it out seasonally as you get different curtains or whatever, if you have different patterns or things you want to use. But anyways, I love these so much. I got them off Amazon. They were already the antique bronze or antique brass color, but the rod, that one was a silver plated rod, which we used some rub and buff on, which I can also link. It's the best thing for distressing items and things to make them look more antique. We did it about 6 months ago, and you can see the color, it's still holding up really, really well. So once that was done, then I put it back up, which was perfect timing because it was time for my little boy to go down for his nap. Okay, so I have this skirt. It's one of my favorite summer skirts. I just love it. It's awesome. And my mom sent me some black material that is similar to this. Now, this is the kind of material that you can go swimming in, and it does not stick to you. I like to wear these with leggings during the summertime. And it's an awesome swimming skirt, awesome cool skirt. It's just great for like all over the year. So I'm going to take this material and I'm going to attempt to use this one as a bit of a pattern. So, see how this goes. I'm no seamstress, but I am not afraid to try stuff. So, let's do it. Let's see what we can do. I was very excited about this material because the company I bought this skirt from, they've been kind of closed down for like a long time, which is really sad. I mean, the skirts were expensive, but this skirt has lasted me a very, very long time. The only bummer is it doesn't fit me when I'm pregnant. So I was like, well, this would be great to try to make the skirt, maybe upsize it a bit. So I used the pattern of the blue skirt and it worked out pretty good. Probably in hindsight, I would have lined it up differently because I really didn't need to have two seams. I obviously was not thinking there, but like I said, I'm not a seamstress. And so, you know, when I was little, I was old enough to remember it, but I took a baby blanket and a little doll dress and I was going to cut out the doll dress on the baby blanket because I was going to make another one because it was very cute. And I remember, I think my mom came, I got caught. But ever since I was little, I kind of have fun trying to do these things. I'm not always successful. So today I was like, should I do it? I don't want to ruin the fabric, but I was pretty sure that I could probably get something to turn out at least. So that's why I went ahead and gave it a shot. If there's any like real seamstresses watching this, please don't like judge me too much. Because I know it's definitely not necessarily the proper way to do it. If anyone knows of any good tips for cleaning out your machine, let me know. Mine needs a good cleaning. Blow it out with like the air compressor or something. It's definitely dusty. I've had it for a while and I'm not sure it's ever been tuned while I've had it, but so far it works good. Anyways, sorry about the camera angle. I'm not sure what happened. I stopped paying attention, I guess, to what the camera was doing, and I was trying to make sure I got the skirt right. And I'm glad I did, because the skirt turned out really well. I need to do a bit more work on it. I need to do a hem and probably fix some of the seams. They're not totally straight. This was a stretchy fabric, and so some of it kind of ended up sewing a little funny, but for the most part, I was really happy with it. It's a little bit clingier than I want it to be, so I'll have to make sure that I always wear a slip with it, but overall, I thought it turned out really great. It has a really high waist, and so when I'm pregnant, I'll just pull it up higher so that way it'll still fit me and it'll still have great length, which is awesome. The next thing on my list was to put up a coat rack in our room. We had a wooden kind of almost an accordion hanger type thing that it would fold up. I don't know if you would recall. I'll put a picture on here. But my husband, he liked to hang his jackets up, and they would inevitably end up on that hanger, which wasn't really for heavy things like that. It was more decorative. So I took that down before we changed the wall, which I can link to. The wall project is so much fun. I'm hoping we can do it in more of the room. But for now, we just have it on the one wall to see if we actually liked it. So anyways, I found this board, and I was like, hey, honey, can I use this one? And he was like, yeah, go ahead. Stain. I pulled out some floor stain that we've used in our house when we did the renovation, which I can also link here as well. You'll see in the top right-hand portion of the video, there'll be a link for that. Anyways, I used the stain from that to just rub this piece of wood down. After rubbing it down once or twice, I was like, it's still kind of light. So I did it a few more times until it was closer to the color I was looking for. Okay, this is definitely more what I was going for. So now that I have this done, I'm gonna head back inside. It's very cold out here. I just didn't want to have the fumes of this in the house, so that's why I did it out here. But let's get it put away. Let's get the wood finish stain put away and let's get back into the house. Yeah, so I was gonna go inside, but then I changed my mind. I might as well go ahead and screw holes for the hooks while I was outside, where it wouldn't disturb the kids that were napping. The things you do when you live in a small house. Anyways, I kind of eyeballed this. Probably not the best idea, but it worked out good. Why do I feel like I'm always assuring myself that it worked out good? Maybe that tells you something. I don't know. You'll just have to keep watching to see what the final result was. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and do the holes in for these things. my little guy took off with the third one, so I'll have to go figure out where that is. But I think I'm gonna let this sit outside just to kind of air dry until he's done with his nap, and then I can put it up on the wall. So, you know, I thought I should wait maybe until I had more of these hooks. These were from the house here originally, but I was like, if I wait till I have the right hooks, I might never do it. So let's just go ahead and get this up. So that's what we're gonna do.
So later that day, once my little boy was up, then I got to go in there and get things ready to put the coat hanger up. I was kind of eyeballing it to see where it would go. I was going to use a stud finder to make sure I screwed it into the studs so it was extra secure, but I didn't have the right batteries for it. It's one of those square batteries. I mean, who uses those? Anyways, but I could see where I had nailed in the coat hanger, which I knew those had been into the stud before. So I used that as kind of my measuring point for where to put them. Then, this made me look super laborious, but I wanted to make sure I got it level. So I basically screwed the one side in and then used the level. I rested the level on top of the wood, and then I screwed it in with that in mind just to make sure it got real nice and level. And then, thankfully, I found the last of those coat hangers. Believe it or not, it was in my baking drawer. That's where the little guy had put it. You guys, sometimes the places we have to look for things these days, sometimes it's him, sometimes it's us. The other day, we had lost the remote to one of the wall heaters. We searched and searched and searched. It was like almost 10 o'clock, and we're looking and looking, trying to find it so we can turn the heat off. Finally, found it. It was in my pocket. My skirt pocket from earlier in the day. He had given it to me. He's not supposed to play with them. He's under 2, keep in mind. So yeah, he's not supposed to play with them, but he had found it and brought it to me. And I'd put it in my pocket to get it out of the way, and then I forgot about it. Anyways, enough of that. That's not what you guys came here to hear. My husband's comment was that he really likes being able to hang his jackets up now on the wall, which is great because it would seem like a really natural place to hang them. Hopefully at some point we're going to be able to put up a shelf where I can put diapers and things like that up high, but for now, I think this is going to serve us pretty well.
Well, friends, thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed, maybe got inspired by something that you saw today, and I look forward to seeing you guys next Wednesday with another video. So we'll see you then.